Welcome back to Wisdom with the Wise Counselor podcast. I'm your host, the Wise Counselor, also known by my birth name. It's simply Latif. Thank you, Mother, for naming me Latif. Anyways, this podcast is always about building your emotional resiliency, thinking about your mental health and your wellness, reclaiming your authority, walking in your purpose on purpose 24/7, 365. Come on, family. That's what we're all about on Wisdom with the Wise Counselor. Today, I'm not going to stall and waste your time. We're going to jump right on in. And you know what? I want to jump into a pool because I don't know where you're listening to me from, but let me set the tone right now. If you did not know, woo child, it is hot outside. Most of the audience is listening from the USA. And if you did not know, a bulk of the nation is under a major heat advisory, a heat warning, a heat watch. Baby, you pick what you want to call it. Let me bottom line it for you. It is hot. I'm not talking about that cute Arizona dry heat either. I'm talking about that Florida, you step outside and your t-shirt is glued to your back in 2.22 seconds kind of heat. That's the kind of heat I'm talking about. That sit still and you still sweating kind of heat. Do you know what I'm talking about? That don't play with me today, I'm already irritated type of heat. And honestly, I hope wherever you are listening today from, or tomorrow or later this week, that you are taking these advisories seriously. If the weather is wild where you're at, I need you to listen to the warnings. Don't be that type of person that tries to prove how strong you are by ignoring nature. Don't be out here talking about, I'm good, I'm built differently, because baby, the heat will absolutely humble you and it will take you out. Literally, the heat will humble you and take you out. As I sat with that thought, it hit me. That's some great inspiration for today's episode. This whole heat wave situation got me thinking about some things much deeper, and that is the power of preparation. You know, I've been hearing about this record-setting heat wave for about a week now. Warnings on the news, text alerts, social media posts, and it reminded me of something that my mother used to always say, and she actually still says it in different ways. But it basically is, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Woo! Let me say that again. You do not have to get ready if you stay ready. Now, as a kid, I let that go in one ear and out the other. I would nod and shake my head like I got it, but I really didn't. It wasn't until I started missing out on things and scrambling last minute, feeling the sting of, dang, I should have did that yesterday. That's when I realized that preparation is everything. Preparation is everything. And not just for weather, not just for your car, not just for at your job, but I'm talking about preparation is everything for your mind. Preparation is everything for your heart. Preparation is everything for your emotional stability. And preparation is everything for your mental health. Because we know that life absolutely be lifing. And just because you made plans doesn't mean that the universe is checking your personal calendar. Sometimes the universe will rearrange your day. It'll rearrange your week and your month and maybe even your entire year. That's why preparation isn't optional. It's absolutely essential. Let me break it down for you. You don't just roll out of bed and jump into your car and drive forever without putting gas into it or plugging it up so it can get a charge. Eventually, you got to have some type of fill up. You got to have some type of energy that pushes that car forward. You're going to need some type of oil change or changing of your tires, or maybe just some air in the tires, a whole new battery. You got to get filters changed, whatever the case may be. I want you to think about this. Your mental health works the exact same way. You can't just wake up and expect to run on empty day after day after day after day and then be shocked when you crash. Let me say that again. You can't just wake up and expect to run on empty day after day and then be shocked when you crash. Because the question isn't if you're going to crash. The question really would be, when are you going to crash? See, you need to check in. You need to get refueled. You need to have practical practices in place before the breakdown and not after. I got to shout that again from the rooftop. You need to have practical practices in place before the breakdown. Preparation in the realm of wellness means making time to reflect before burnout. Let me say it again. Preparation in the realm of wellness means making time to reflect before your burnout. It means setting boundaries before you're overwhelmed. It means having a toolbox and go-to strategies for when life gets loud. It means asking for help before you hit the personal crisis. Oh, come on now. Listen, nobody expects to be in the middle of a heat wave, but if you have stocked your water up, you have changed your HVAC air filter, or you've got your fans prepped and strategically in place to make sure that your place stays with a good airflow and you're staying hydrated and you are respecting the projected forecast, then you are more likely to make it through without collapsing. That's what we're talking about today. How are you going to make it? Not just kind of just be here and exist. How are you going to thrive and really make it? And baby, let me tell you this. I'll put it plain as it can be. You ain't going to do nothing if you have collapsed on the floor. Your emotions absolutely deserve that same kind of foresight, intentionality, and preparation. That's what the message is about today. You have got to prepare. Let's get to the part of the podcast that I like to call The Wise Counselor Unfiltered. It's real, it's raw, it's honest, no sugarcoating here. It's my top 3 things I want you to hear from the podcast. Number 1, you've got to stop pretending you can handle everything. Woo. Let me say that again. You've got to stop pretending you can handle everything. That mindset is how people end up breaking down in silence. Strength is not in the pretending, it's in the preparing. Your strength is not in keeping up this faux illusion of this pillar of strength. It's in the preparation that you do in your closet, in your house, behind the scenes, the things people don't see. That is where your strength really comes from. So stop pretending you can handle everything. Number 2, procrastination is not your protection. Telling yourself I'll deal with it later when it comes to your mental health is like ignoring a loud smoke detector, because just because you don't see a fire brewing doesn't mean that there isn't smoke and that there's flames billowing in a space that you can't see. See, baby, we cannot wait to see flames to take action. Let me say this again. Procrastination is not your protection. And number 3, discipline is louder than motivation. And this is going to be a whole nother topic for another podcast. The difference between being disciplined and the difference between motivation. Discipline and motivations live in the same realm, but they are absolutely different. Baby, let me tell you this. Some days you won't feel like journaling. You will not feel like going to connect with your counselor in therapy or saying no. But preparation is about doing it anyways, because your peace of mind depends on it, because your livelihood depends on it, because your energy depends on it. Come on now. So here's some post-podcast homework I want you to think about after the podcast. Do not let this information that we talk about today go in one ear and out the other. I want you to really apply it and take this to heart. Here's a few questions. Number 1, what is one emotional or mental practice you've been putting off that you know would help you stay ready? What is one emotional or mental health practice that you've been putting off that you know would help you stay ready? Question number 2, where in your life do you need to stop winging it and start preparing with intention? Again, where in your life are you just winging it and just showing up and expecting it to work, where you really should be preparing with intention? And here's an action step for you today. I want you to choose one habit, choose one wellness habit, just one, and commit to doing it consistently for the next 7 days. It could be journaling. It could be 10 minutes of quiet time or meditation or prayer, or being intentional about drinking your ounces of water or checking in with your counselor or whatever. But whatever you choose, one wellness habit, I want you to really commit to it for 7 days, and I want you to start right now. What are you gonna do? Because this is the thing. We want to see ourselves. We see ourselves in these grandiose spaces and living our best life. But let me remind you that you're not gonna make any drastic changes in your life without baby steps, right? It's easy to see yourself as the billionaire or the person with the 6,000 foot square home and mansion. But baby, let me tell you, don't despise the small beginnings and the little things that you need to do to get to your greatness. A step forward is a step towards greatness, as long as you are using that as your catapult and your foundation to be strong and rooted in you. Those are your post-podcast homework assignments. Again, don't let it go in one ear and out the other. Think about it, answer it, and do the work. Family, that is what I have for today. I hope that our conversations just don't pass through your ears without really touching your heart today. I really do want you to reflect. I want you to apply, and I want you to take this seriously. Why? Because you absolutely matter. And remember this, great things don't happen overnight. Take your time, ease into you, and be intentional about pausing. Prepare not just for the heat outside, but for the storms and the seasons of life that I assure you are going to come. Something is always going to catch you by surprise. The key is preparation. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I have to remind you that you are the only one who is in control of your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions to what life throws your way. As always, know that I love you and I believe in you, and I have absolutely no doubt that whatever you are facing today, tomorrow, or in the future, that you got this. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Wisdom with the Wise Counselor. Be well.